The Bible and God's instructions are not clear. This person goes on to write, I often hear Christians proclaiming that the Bible and God's instruction is clear and never changing, especially when they're passing judgment or denouncing someone or something they interpret as sinful. If the Bible and God is so clear, why are there hundreds of Christian denominations? Christians read and study the Bible, but glean from it different rules, meanings, and truths. Why is it that if the Bible is so clear, and who's to say their interpretation is the right one or the most accurate? Wouldn't that be the thinkings of a sinful and imperfect human's flawed understanding of God? Who would dare to have the audacity to claim they know and comprehend the nature of God more than anyone else? Isn't that elevating oneself to the position or role of God? What is objectional truth? And how can you ever claim to find or know it without putting yourself in a position of authority over God? Interesting. What would you tell this person? Honestly, I feel like a lot of times people are, I love this example where it's like 8 blind men, will say, and they're all feeling different parts of an elephant. And one person's feeling the trunk and they're like, oh, it's like this, it's long and it's breathing. Someone else is feeling the tail. They're like, no, it's actually small and it has like little hair on it. And someone else is feeling the leg, and the blind guy is like, oh, it's actually, very sturdy and, thick. And like each of them are feeling a different part of the elephant and describing it. And they're all kind of right, but they're all just viewing it from their own perspective. And I always like that idea about religions, where it's not necessarily one's more correct than the other. They're just viewing different parts of it. And I think the most important thing is that you build that connection with God in your heart. You accept Jesus, you love Jesus, you build a connection to Jesus and God. And then it doesn't really matter what part of the elephant you're located at. You're still connected to the elephant. I hope that's making sense. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. I think it's really more about like, it's really interesting how in so many religions, they all accept Jesus as being a savior. I found that very fascinating. I thought it was just Christianity that accepted Jesus as like the Lord and Savior. No, a lot of religions accept Jesus as a savior. They just get hung up on different little aspects and they go to war over it and stuff like that. But I was like amazed to find out that religions you wouldn't think consider Jesus to be, the savior or someone amazing. They're like, no, he was amazing. But I disagree with the shoes he wore. That's not a real example. I'm just saying it's like very slight sometimes, but it's amazing how over so many religions, they all believe that Jesus was like a savior. Oh, okay. Well, my camera died. I'm not going to quit the video. Let's read some of these comments down below. You are correct. Certainly the sign of a fragile, incomplete understanding is a lack of appreciation for how little one knows. The more you know, the more you can appreciate how little you know. Humility is a sign of a deep understanding. True faith and devotion comes after realizing that you don't/can't ever fully understand the spiritual domain, and then merely surrender to knowledge itself. Please take a moment, comment down below. Do you think the Bible is clear? I think it also depends on the person. Some people find the Bible to be very clear. It's very 10 Commandments, very super. It's right there. It's laid out right in front of you. God is love. It's very clear. Other people that are like, oh my goodness, these stories are so, mystical and, there's so much to them and they don't really apply to this exact year I'm in, so they're very unclear. So I think it's more of the person. Some people find it very clear. Some people find it very unclear. What would you say? Please comment down below. I'm going to change the battery in my camera. I hope you guys are having a great day, a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.